So, YouTube family, we got to talk about it. A lot of bloggers already hit on this, so I'm going to talk about it in a fair way and say all these are allegedly, but it was said in court through YNW Melly's lawyer. Now, YNW Melly's co-defendant, YNW Cortland or Bortlen, however he calls the rapper name, but this is Cortland Henry, the co-defendant. But a lot of people are saying YNW Melly allowed his lawyer to use the and put the blame on Cortland, at least throw it out there a little bit subliminally. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna read it from XXL magazine as well, and it makes it a little bit uncomfortable, like what's going on here. You know, is Melly snitching and all that? I don't think he's snitching at all. I think he has paid representatives, but people are tying this to the Rondo number 9 situation. You know, when his lawyer talked and said it probably was C-Day who did the shot or whatever. I don't want to get into that right now, but they're blaming the same situation with that. We're going to talk about it. I need y'all to do me a favor. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Thank you for rocking out with the IsmokeHiphop live movement. I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Salute to the kings and the queens in the building. Okay, man, there's a lot of nasty things going on out there, and if you don't do your good homeworks properly or explain things properly, you could put a hot situation for people watching this. Now, YNW Melly's lawyer said something that ignited a firestorm through the media out there. Now, we know Melly got in trouble for it, putting not really in trouble, but as far as the media, they called him out for promoting the case on his Instagram, but bloggers were calling out Melly for a totally different thing. Now, let's read this together and make sure we read it correctly. This is the XXL magazine. This is article number 2 I took out on that magazine that was publicated out here. Now, it says, look clearly now, make a with shooting his friends in a car driven by YNW Bortlen, Cortland Henry, and making up a story that the men were killed in a drive-by shooting during the first day of trial. Now, this is the part that gets everybody. YNW Melly's attorney laid out a case that YNW Bortlen, who has been charged with murder and accessory to murder, may have been the actual killer. They also claim Melly lacked motive to kill his friends, called into question the police investigation. Sheesh. So what makes this even more eerie, Bortlen actually looked out for the whole case, but even for himself, he called the media kind of brazy. He said this and posted it up hours ago. He said the way the media dragged blank should be a crime. So he's calling people out for, you know, trying to allude to it, and I don't blame him. I'm not one of these bloggers who's saying he did it and Melly is snitching, but I gotta be a proper journalist and talk about it. But I'm pretty sure all parties involved could respect the way I come with it with professionalism, and I show all sides of the parties involved. Now with Bortlen, he's adamantly letting it be known he ain't cool with nothing being shown. But here's this deciding factor of it. What do you do when Melly's attorney is out here saying this? We've seen a lot of people get vehemently talk bad about being in the same predicament. We've seen Rondo number 9 when the defense that his attorney used was that C-Day was the only one who got caught. They didn't see anything of Rondo's. Why should he go down? And people said subliminally that is snitching, you know, on C-Day. And people said the counselor is paid to do on one side, people are like, the counselor in defense is paid to represent you. The defense team is paid to get you out of a situation. On another side, you got another side of the perspective of people where they're saying that, you know, Rondo number 9, or in this case Melly, they're in charge of their counselors, i.e. lawyers. You know, they go and have a briefing with you before they said things in court. And I'm just sitting back like, sheesh, it's a bad predicament right here as far as if you don't know how the court of law works. I would have to look at it verbatim again and look, because as I seen through the trials, I seen them actually painting a clear narrative of defense and making the law enforcement look like, you know, the burden of evidence has too much doubt in it. And you've seen one sheriff officer already he admitted he made a mistake through one of the phone, like when Melly said he had to make a phone call, but he left the phone. You know, it was just a messy situation. And let me show you some more things here that's messy, because now you got the prosecutors saying they got admission of Melly admitting to this murder. How true that is, I don't know, but I'll definitely play it for you guys right now.
This individual is reaching out, asking if Mr. Demons is good, after he's been tagged in multiple social media posts about this drive-through, this shooting. And Mr. Demons responds very succinctly, "I did that." Shh. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of the evidence, the state is confident that you will find the defendant guilty as charged of the first-degree murder of Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams. Thank you.
They're trying to make them guilty all the way, and the narrative that's being painted now is Courtroom. Now, if you guys don't know, Melly, Jesus Christ, he has earned over 16 platinum and gold plaques since his 2019 arrest murder. So he has done well as far as being an artist in the industry since being locked up. Now, Melly's popularity has risen, you feel me, at an extreme high since that arrest. He has garnered a lot of attention for the wrong reasons, and as you can see by the awards, for very much the right reasons. On Monday, you know, journalist Bryson Paul shared a compiled list of YNW's Melly tracks, and the RIAA has recognized for reaching gold or platinum status since February 2019, when Melly turned himself into, you know, basically to face the charges of this death of Sack Chaser, aka Anthony Williams 21, and of Curtis Thomas, aka Juvie, 20 years old. And we know what the dad said. He ain't going for none of it. The dad snapped towards little Boosie, calling him out.
That's to you and your mama and your daddy and everybody that look like you. And it's me. I said, y'all bitches, man. Boosie down there support Melly. He flaw as fuck for that.
You seen the dad is not playing with it, but man, look, man, Melly is facing these 2 first-degree murder charges in connections of shooting death of his friends. And you guys already know prosecutors are pushing for the death penalty if he's found guilty. They want that all the way. They got new stipulations regarding the death penalty, meaning that it's no longer, I think, 12 to 4 or something like that. It's 8 to 6. All because of the situation with the I'm not gonna say the school name for YouTube purposes, but you guys know it's basically set up for a lose-lose if he lose, meaning life. But the way it is and the way Melly's been having a lot of antics in courts, and what antics you're asking me, not that I'm calling it antics, but people are calling this type of behavior antics, how he's flexing in court. The lawyer's book is kind of unprofessional, where she keeps her note. Melly's prayer, I don't find nothing disrespectful in it, but people found it disrespectful. And then Melly smiling in court, people are really kind of getting a little bit tired of it. But you know, the admissions, prosecutors say they have IG evidence of Melly saying he did it. That's another thing that we're gonna see where this goes, man. This can go for the next 2 to 4 weeks, and maybe longer than that. If it goes quick, then we pretty much know what the verdict will be. But the longer this drags out, lets me know the evidence is not really that strong. Look, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of IsmokeHiphop Live. Peace and out. Now, do you think YNW Melly Courtroom got told on by YNW Melly lawyers? Do you think the situation is looking bad? I don't think so. I think it's people thinking too deep into it. But if you do think it's a form of dry snitching or whatnot, let me know in the comment sections of how you think about this, man. Peace and out. I'm DJ Bless One.